ICE did nothing wrong. Why are they wearing masks to hide their faces?
Oh, sure. The reason for that is to not be doxxed
Okay.
for doing their jobs and then being harassed.
Okay. I mean, policemen expose their faces all day. Like,
Federal agents are a lot different than local police officers.
shouldn't they have the same level of accountability?
For sure, and that's why you can, report. You can always make a report to the Office of Inspector General with DHS, or ICE
Find
OPR.
out who it was. How do you know who to make a report about?
Well, all you got. Well, here's the thing: you can get their badge number. They'll hide their face, but they'll give you their badge number. They'll show you their credentials.
No, not always.
I mean,
That's
if you ask them,
very serious problem that they haven't done so.
Well, I'll tell you, as of someone who used to be a former special agent, if they ask for your credentials, you produce them, and you can absolutely produce them.
It's not what we're seeing right now.
What's that?
It's not what we're seeing right now.
I mean, if people say, "Hey, I need to see your creds," they'll show them. It's just that a lot of people don't ask because they don't know.
And a lot of times people ask and they do not provide that.
They will provide if you ask. You can't take a picture of them, obviously, but
Why
you can.
not?
You can. It's just not allowed. Like you can, because a lot of these agents work undercover, or they're plainclothes investigators, so it's different. You can't take a picture of the credentials, but you can absolutely, like, what's their name? Okay, what's their credential number? Boom, and then you can make a report to the OIG. Or you could go to the local field office.
As someone who grew up like hearing about the Holocaust, like I have a grandmother and a great grandmother who survived it. This far too parallels what I saw growing up hearing about that. I know in my heart, like when I see that things, I can see what's right and what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know as much as you do, but I know enough to know that this is wrong.
Yeah, well, the problem is that they're here illegally, right? And this is the problem, is that we've gotten so comfortable with allowing illegal aliens to reside in the United States that when people do their jobs, it's looked at as inhumane or awful. But the reality is they should have never been here in the first place, and they're breaking the law. But we've softened up so much where ICE can't even do their job without being ridiculed. Now, when it comes to the whole mask thing, like I said before, there's many different ways that you can go ahead and figure out who this agent is. You can go down to the field office, call the local field office. Hey, these guys this person was arrested, blah, blah. You can look up the alien that got arrested in the ICE inmate locator. There's many ways to figure out or lodge a complaint against ICE. But the reality is that a lot of people actually are here illegally. They're not supposed to be here. They're deportable. And ICE is doing their job. It's just that the shock value is because we've completely not been doing what we're supposed to do.
Just doing their jobs too.
What was that?
The Nazis were just doing their jobs too.
Well, I mean, that's a subjective perspective depending on where you want to go. But when it comes to what's going on here, we have laws, immigration laws. They break the INA. It is what it is.
Maybe it's legal, but it's not right.
You can make the argument that them being here illegally isn't right.
That may be true as well, but
then if you break the law, then there's going to be consequences. I think that we have one of the best, judicial systems from a fairness perspective compared to other countries. Right? We're not the best at all. We're not perfect, but we're better than a lot of other places. We do have due process, First Amendment, etc.
You can like logic your way through.
Well, that's how things work, is logic. I'm operating on logic. You're operating on feeling, and that's the problem. And this is why women shouldn't be in positions of power. No offense.
This is why women shouldn't be in positions.
Yeah, this
of power.
This conversation right now actually perfectly demonstrates.
Women should not be in positions of power.
Yeah, yeah, and the reason
Gotcha.
why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this conversation proves that. Like, with all due respect, I'm coming from a logically sound, pragmatic perspective. Yes, it sucks that people are being deported, but they broke the law. You're, tapping into emotion and empathy, which is fine, and sympathy. But the reality is they broke the law. You got to make tough decisions sometimes and do what's right for the country versus doing what's right for that individual.
What about the various ICE officers who themselves have broken the law?
How'd they break the law?
There's been lots of stories of like not showing warrants and things like that when they legally have to do that.
Well, an immigration warrant is significantly different than a federal arrest warrant. It's a completely different system. The immigration system has its own courts, its own judges, own lawyers.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question.
That does.
They don't
have the same need to show a warrant to the individual as in a traditional federal criminal investigation. If an immigration judge orders them removed, it's done. The immigration world is completely different than the criminal justice world. Even though it's still both
legally,
criminal.
they have to provide a warrant. They have to have a warrant, and they have to show that warrant.
Yes, when you're talking, when
they
you're
are not
you're,
doing that.
you're talking about when you do a search warrant at a house where a magistrate judge signed the warrant. Yes, you must show the warrant itself, but you don't have to show the probable cause that led to it. You can show the warrant, leave the return after showing what you took, but immigration is completely different. You have less rights because you're not here legally.
Got to head out, but glad to know that women shouldn't be in power.
Hey, I mean, okay, well, hey, I mean, we got to do what's done.